So that was like my first glimpse into being an entrepreneur. And I didn't want to get kicked out of school. Again, my parents were teachers. That would not have gone over very well. And so I stopped selling books, but I had sold some of these books on Amazon. And this was 2008. So no one really knew what Amazon was. It was kind of this big bookstore getting into other things. And I thought it was so cool. I could have this 24/7 storefront and all that. And I just had to figure out what to sell. And at the same time, I didn't have a warehouse to put anything. I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account. So I came up with the idea of drop shipping years before I even knew it was called drop shipping. The concept that someone else would make the product and ship it and keep my credit card on file, and I would sell it and handle the customer service, and it would be a win for both sides. And so I started experimenting with drop shipping with sporting equipment and video games and outdoor supply, typical college guy stuff. And I just failed over and over and over. I couldn't get anything to sell. The things that sold, terrible margins. And finally, I came across baby products, and they started to sell, and they started to sell quickly. So before I knew it, I'm this 20-year-old single college guy selling millions of dollars of baby products on Amazon. And my parents tell me I should probably pay taxes. So I meet with an accountant, and the first question he asked me is, when are you going to hire your first person? And I kind of shrugged him off, like, why would I do that? That's money out of my pocket. They're going to steal my ideas. They're going to hurt my business. I'm sure you've had it. We've all had it. Classic entrepreneurial excuses of why not to hire.
Yeah.
And he just laughed in my face and said, you're going to learn this lesson on your own. Well, sure enough, first busy season comes around. Fourth quarter, I get destroyed. I'm working 20 hours a day. My social life plummets. My grades go down. I'm doing every part of the business myself. And when I finally get to January and somehow I kept that business alive, I think to myself, okay, I need to hire someone right now. So post a job on Facebook. This guy in my business law class messages me, says, hey, I need a job. I don't even interview him. I hire him on the spot. And even the first day of work, he calls me and he goes, man, I don't have a car, by the way. Can you come pick me up? And I'm like, who is this guy? So I end up picking him up, and it's Connor. It's my business partner. We've been working together for 10 years.
Awesome.
So I get super lucky. He's smart. He's hardworking. We have a lot of the same values, same beliefs. But I mean, there I am as a 20-year-old thinking, man, this hiring thing's easy. You post a job, you get someone on Facebook, your life becomes easier. You don't even have to interview them. And I just made bad hire after bad hire after bad hire after that, learning so much about hiring and the hiring process, and eventually giving up on college kids and moving into the remote virtual space, and use the Upworks, use the Fivers, really hated the experience, even though I found a few good people here and there. And finally, after looking for something faster, I started FreeUp with $5,000, which we can get into. But that's kind of the bridge version of how I went from a broke college kid to e-commerce to eventually the hiring space.